Hi everyone, it's me, 𝑙ubna. Today is Sunday, March 12th, 2023. For most of the weekend, I have been staying at home and studying because I have a pharmacology exam tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And in addition to that, I've been working on my usual creative things at home, like writing and making my videos and just surrounding myself with things that make me happy, like music and art and peaceful things as much as I can. Although I live very close to the road and it's kind of loud, but I do try my best to maintain a peaceful environment for myself. Something random that I wanted to mention before I start the topic of this video is that I tried a new hand cream today because I bought some hand cream from Costco when I went there with my mom about a month ago. And this hand cream smells so good. It's water flowers and sea salt. That's the scent. And I think it's very important to surround yourself with things like that make your life more pleasant. Like even little things like the scent that you wear when you go anywhere. Like even at home, if you're by yourself, like putting on some perfume or hand cream can really make you feel better about yourself, make you feel more poised and peaceful and calm on the inside. And scents have a really huge power on how we feel. So that's just something random that I wanted to share. I mainly wanted to make this video to talk about one of my favorite songs. And I really love classical music. I like things that make me feel calm on the inside and help me feel centered and don't raise my heart rate too much. And so my favorite piece of classical music is titled The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns, and he's a French composer. And this piece is the last movement in the Carnival of Animals, which is a whole thing with multiple movements that he composed. And sorry, I don't really know the terms that well for like musical composition, but anyway, I really love this piece, The Swan, because it's very melancholic and it makes me feel like I'm longing for something that is fleeting, that is not lasting. And when I looked up the meaning of this song, it has to do with the dying swan, who kind of symbolizes the fact that beauty is fleeting, and beauty, like physical beauty, our bodies, our appearance is not here permanently, like it decays over time. And that makes sense because this movement is the last movement in the Carnival of Animals, so it's basically like a swan song, like a saying goodbye kind of thing. And when I listen to it, I feel like it reminds me of the transience of life. I think that's the right word, and how we're not here forever. And it's kind of sad in a beautiful way. I really like sad things and melancholic things. I think sadness, there's a lot of beauty to sadness, and I don't think people should be fakely happy all the time. I think if you're sad, it's important to embrace it and create something beautiful out of it. Like so many beautiful works of art come out of sadness and depression, and it's pretty interesting. Like we can transmute our sadness and depression into things like paintings and music and beautiful poetry. Anyway, that's part of the reason why I love this song so much. It makes me feel nostalgic for something that I don't even know what, but it makes me feel nostalgic. And the way that I first discovered this piece is I was at the Strand bookstore in New York City, and in the basement floor they have a lot of rare books. They have a lot of rare and out of print books, and I went into the basement floor and I was browsing some books, and there was I remember this is when I actually ended up buying this book. There was a rare out of print book about conversations with Goethe, the German philosopher. And while I was reading it, there was music playing on a speaker on the side, and there was a fan, a really loud fan. So that's why I couldn't really hear the music very well, but it was very like light and in the background, and I heard this song playing, the Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns, and it just made me feel so calm all of a sudden. And there was nobody else there on the basement floor of that bookstore with me. It was just me reading that book and listening to that song, and I can't really explain it. It felt like a kind of a transcendental moment. And I don't know, when you experience moments like that, it makes you want to be embody that beauty within yourself, like the beauty of music, the beauty of literature. I was just surrounded by books, and this song started playing, and I just felt so amazing at that moment. Sorry if I can't really put into words how I was feeling, but I hope that you will give that song a listen, because it's one of my favorites, The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns. And I think there's so much beautiful art out there, whether it be through music, literature, poetry, paintings, and there's not enough time in our lives to appreciate all of it. So I think we should not waste our time on things that don't matter, like, things that are vulgar. Rather than spending our time looking at things that are vulgar, we should spend more of our time appreciating the beautiful things and the timeless quality of like classical music, classical literature, and classical works of art, because there's a reason why they have lasted so long, and why they're timeless, because there's some way for us to relate to them no matter what age we're living in, even now in modern days. So thank you for listening to my thoughts on The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns, and about classical music and poetry and literature in general. I hope that my thoughts are of value to you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and have a good day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.